arise and shine in your position. Arise and shine. Your light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. It is a position. There is no leader that is too weak to be used by God. No leader that is too weak to be used by God. We miss out on our strength when we easily compare ourselves to others or with others. We start to compete with people who are not our competitors. So we feel like we are too weak. That's why when somebody is appointed by God, today there is a false humility that says, oh no, me, I can't. That is just too much for me. No. He cannot ask you to do that which he cannot enable you to do. The moment he appoints you, he is able to do. And sometimes it's not the experience per se. Them that is no experience on leadership. 1 Samuel chapter number 9, he meets a man, the son of Kish, who has just been sent by the father to mount on the camels to look for the donkey that is lost. And he is a searcher of donkeys. In the evening, he realizes that they have not seen the donkey, so they go an extra mile, and he decides, let's go back home. And the servant tells him, no. He's asking, is there a seer here? He's just looking after donkeys, but he's doing something extra. So that's what leadership is, because sometimes we fail. Once you are appointed a leader, please lead. Amen. Lead means make room. Be a risk taker. Once you are a leader, you have been given the mandate to explore. When we don't explore, then we bequeath a lot of, would I say, burden again on the appointing office. When you come to ask, what do I do about this? And you have been given the mandate. Or we wait to be told what to do. You are a leader, but somebody saying, here we are never told what to do. Once you are appointed, then do. A leader must be a doer. Acts of the Apostles chapter 1 verse number 1. I write to you, O Theophilus, of the former Triaties, of the things that Jesus began both to do and to teach. The former Triaties have I made, O Theophilus, of all that Jesus began both to do and to teach. So it is the work and then the words. To do and to teach. It's leadership. What he has begun both to do and to teach. Wow. Exodus chapter 4. Verse number 15. I think so. Begins 15. Acts of the Apostles. No. Exodus. Sorry. Thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth. I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what you shall do. I will teach you what you shall do. So as a leader, there is a doing, and what we do is not what we think, it is what we are taught. Then he says, 17, he says, and he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be unto thee instead of a mouth. And thou shalt be to him instead of God. Verse 16, 17, it says, and thou shalt take this rod with thee, wherein thou shalt do signs. Do. Shall do the signs. Give me verse number 12. Let's go to 12. 12. Okay. Okay, good. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what you shall say. So teach you what you shall say, teach you what you shall do. A nutshell, a leader is taught what to say, taught what to do. Then you will enjoy leadership. But you can't abscond teaching and expect to do. That you are not involved, you are never part of it. The day you were appointed is the last time you were there. You must be a frequent listener or a visitor into the holy place of God. That's where we shine. We shine from the position of being taught by God. As long as you serve this God, there is hope for you. As a leader, you can rise from any position. I know there are places where we have steps of rising, which is okay. But again, I also know that once you serve God, there is hope for you. I would say today that the least office, but apparently in the eyes of men it is the highest, is a fivefold ministry. It is the least office of service. Least in the time when you shine. At most, a recommended time of preaching Sunday service is 45 minutes at most. But pastors who have missed preaching the whole week, sometimes we go to 2 hours. Understand us. It is power generator that is full of fuel. We just don't know what to do. You can't shut us after 45 minutes. But you realize that every other department takes 4 or 5 hours. Ushering begins sometimes even before sound. And it ends after sound. 6 hours. Who shines more between a pastor and that? Sound, mic test, 1 TA begins today before tomorrow. We have to check it today, tomorrow, after everybody is gone, until we make sure the last light is off. Who shines more? Thank you. Mic test, 1 TA, mic test. But most often than not, we are beguiled, and then we tend to seek this least position of 45 minutes. So everybody focuses here. So they feel like if you are not in the fivefold, then you have not achieved. And people say, me, I'm not a leader. Why should I stay behind? And I am not pastoring out there. I was beguiled when God had called me, and I knew it so well, so sure about it. But then God led me to a place where I never expected to be. The calling of God was upon my life, confirmed, even before I got born again. My story of salvation is another story. A man of God comes to my home. Then I'm a high schooler, and he comes in. He's come from the U.S. His first time in Kenya. He has a small meeting, courtesy of my late father, and they're in the house. We used to have one of the biggest houses in Kibra, single room, but it could fit 2 beds, so it was a large one. We were among the rich where we were. So this day, because of the meeting, all the beds were folded. And Papa's side bedroom, Yes, bedroom. That became the altar. This man walks in, so after receiving him, I went to watch a soccer match. And he began preaching in my absence. Then he is asked to go and sit at the altar. And he refuses. So people are trying to usher him there because that's the holy place. And he says, no, I can't preach from the bedroom. He's never been to Kenya. He's never been to our house. But he picks that there is a bedroom. So he says, let me preach from this side. So people are shocked. And he's trying to preach, and there is a Luo interpreter really working very hard. And then it does not tell him to stop interpreting. He just uses the gift of the Holy Spirit. He begins to preach in Luo. Then people are wondering. And at the end of the service, he said that was the manifestation of the gift of the Holy Spirit with the evidence of speaking. I said, my God, I'd never seen that. So he does not give a lot of prophecy who will buy a car. All that he says is that God will raise up a preacher in this house. So I come back from a soccer match. Of course, we lost the match, so I was so down. I'm being told, you would have stayed here because that man prophesied. I say, oh, he prophesied. I say, yeah, that God will raise a preacher. I say, oh, then that's my dad. At least he had done some Bible school through correspondence. 1 year later, without a preacher preaching to me, conviction is so strong and I come to the faith. Years later, my father has gone to be with the Lord. I find a pamphlet that he had testified about his mission to Kenya and how he preached in a language called Luo while preaching, and everybody was understanding, and he gave the prophetic word. So I get and I write to him and I say, hey, I am the prophetic word that you speak about. Look at God. So I'm in the faith. Of course, I'm going to church and all this, and I know the calling of God is upon my life. That prophetic word is not lingering anywhere. I forgot about it. But I just know, and God has called me, so I've confirmed. I got to this man of God that God directed me to. So I go to him and I face him and I tell him, sir, I am evangelist. I think I was trying to preach here and there, so I tell him, I'm evangelist Nixon, and God has sent me to come and serve with you. And he says, Brother Nixon, I have heard you. And I say, no, Evangelist Nixon. He said, Brother Nixon, I have heard you. So I thought it was a mistake. I say, Evangelist, you don't want to miss the target. And he said, Brother Nixon, the moment you spoke, I heard you. You're most welcome. It's like he was waiting for me. Not knowing that he was trying to dehone me when I was young. Because if I went to him as an evangelist, then it is hard for a pastor to lead an evangelist. Oh yeah, because according to Ephesians 4:11, he says he gave gifts to men, and he gave some to be apostles, prophets. No. Evangelists, pastors, and teachers. Thank you. I didn't say that. I'm just following scripture. And he gave, okay, let's read. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some, and. But today, when you say you are an evangelist, if you come from the church where I preach a lot, the ACK church, then you are the young man who can run around to bring water, wash the hands of the priest, and you know, it's like the least of all. And it makes you not rise. And you feel like you are devalued. That's why today we have decided to equalize our lack of opportunity by taking up titles. To create space. So a few years ago, we were all good. We were all good. We were all good. We were all pastors and evangelists. Then we had bishops come in. And then we realized that bishops were preferred. Front seats were preserved of bishops. and pastor, so everybody now became a bishop. A bishop. Even those who did not have the administrative ability now decided to become bishops. And we respect that they were given an upper hand. So then reverends. So then there was an avalanche of introducing reverends. So everybody was ordained to be a reverend very fast. Very fast. So pastors were looked down upon. So today we don't have. If it's a pastor, it must be a senior pastor. If it's, and nobody introduces himself as a junior pastor. So it's a pastor, senior pastor, or bishops. Then when bishops were so many, so we decided to become archbishops. Then pastors realized there was no room. So what do we do? How do we get closer to those people, and yet we can't rise? So now we have apostles. Everything is an apostle today. You know, it's not that it's not the calling that we are looking for. We are trying to equalize what we didn't get and all that. Then some of our black American brothers saw a loophole because title is a black man thing. So they saw a loophole and they began to make everybody a doctor. So we are given doctorates. So we are buying. That money we are paying for those doctorates, if we can go to school, we can, okay. Am I in the right forum? Oh, sorry. Some of these things. Okay. And that money we are paying for that, if we just went to a biblical, authentic school, we will be somewhere between diploma and doctorate. And it could be easy, because otherwise some of these things, they don't do well for us. But what are people looking for? It is to equalize. So we think that if I don't work, but I have a title, then I can be respected. No. It must be work. It must be service. Leadership should not be judged by the challenges it faces. Because every leadership faces challenge. God uses things that you never expect. Man looking for a donkey became a king. It is working. Leadership is not judged by the challenge they face. The more the responsibility, the more the challenge. I should not say this, because today is a day of good news. But realize that once you register in leadership, you are prone to attacks from the enemy. And with all due respect, I tell a younger generation that don't be in a hurry to take up some titles, because they attract challenges that you can't, and battles that may be too fierce for you. David was just a good boy until he gave himself up to go fight Goliath. That's when trouble began. I wish he just sat down and enjoyed his sheep. Things began. Once you sign up, then you face challenges. So I told a young man who came eagerly to serve with me, but he came in as a bishop. So I told him, sir, please, can you shelve just the title? We will work title a little bit. And he left that place sad. Because we have to realize it is responsibility, is not title. It is what you're holding on your shoulders, what is working for you. Can you handle it well if it's given upon you? If it's placed on you to lead a team, to lead a family, to lead a department, maybe a department of one. Every leader has been apportioned a measure of grace for the work intended. There is grace for the work intended. I think Titus 2 puts it clearly. It says, the grace of God has been revealed to all mankind, then it is teaching us to say no to ungodliness. The grace of God, Titus 2, has been revealed to all men. Titus 2:11, I think 11 to 11. The grace of God. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation has appeared to all men. Then in verse number 12, that's when it is teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lusts, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world. It is teaching us that denying ourselves, denying ungodliness and worldly lust. I have no problem with titles. They're very good. They open doors for you that academia may not open sometimes. But just try. Be responsible. Responsibility will open a door for you. If you can look for the lost donkeys, then you can sit on the throne. If you can snatch a lamb from the mouth of a lion, then you can kill Goliath. If you can snatch a lamb from the mouth of a bear, then you can kill Goliath. Leadership, sometimes it is appointive, many times, because we have over spiritual people who are trying to push the men of God to the wall. They say, oh, you are telling me to become a leader of men and God has not told me. You can't hear God. Let somebody hear for you. The one who has made you has heard God. You didn't hear. Hey. So he says, Deuteronomy 16, from verse 18, God told Moses, appoint judges and officials for each of your tribes in every town. Appoint them. That is Deuteronomy 16:18. Appoint judges and officials for each of your tribes. I think he's speaking in every town the Lord is giving you. And they shall judge the people fairly or with just judgment. It is appointive. It is appointive. And give your leader an opportunity to appoint. Some of the appointment is by mistake, and the growth is by mistake. But it still works. It is by mistake. I served in the media department. I'm just giving it a good biological term. But what I meant to say is that I carried speakers from the store and placed them every day of my life. The rest of the people come earlier. We will run lunch hour meetings every day of my life. Just set them. Not connecting. Speakers, you don't touch cables. You set them. And those days, speakers were speakers. It had to be above me. Wow. Every day. But I was brought up by a man who was brought up by a man who was brought up by a colonialist. So a tie, you could not serve. You could not step on the altar without a tie. Monday, tie. Tuesday. And that's your work. Your work is to set the equipment and pray. So when the technician will come later and connect and test, even mic test was never my preserve. Never. And I did that for 3 years. I'm called. I'm anointed. I knew I was called. I would test my sermons in the funerals. Because in funerals, you don't need an appointment. Just carry a 2-kilogram Bible. They know there is a word of hope has come. So in the process, before we begin, there is a pastor here, pastor pray. So there you pray, preach. Zacchaeus, come down. Zakayo, shuka. Eh. You'll enjoy at any moment. You'll enjoy at that. I tried, and people will get born again. It's only one that they refused to get born again, but eventually they did, because I preached very well. I told them to bow their heads, and that one they had brought the body in the estate. So I told them, and everybody was gathered. So I preached well. Nobody wanted to give his life. Then say, close your eyes. I see another coffin. And I'm seeing a face that looks, it's like I've seen that face here. Oh my God. Somebody is going to die without, close your eyes. If you are here, you're not born again. Hey, Bwana Yesu. As harmless as a dove. Thank you. But as wise as a serpent. It is appointive. Appreciate that you are appointed among men. And you are given responsibility, because God goes with the mouth of the servant that is appointing you. So allow him to direct you. Appreciate that of all the people, God has chosen you. While leading, realize that don't get into leadership with an idea that you are leading a project or a program. We don't lead projects or programs, we lead people. Please take time with people. Don't be too aloof that you can't be reached. So many times I've seen ministers of the gospel who have a congregation of less than 20, but have 13 members of security. I'm saying you are missing out. And bodyguards, boys and girls who don't write notes, don't stay in church. Their work is to look for shades and suits, black, and run around one vehicle. Making a lot of noise for nothing. I told some who was standing next to me in a meeting, I told them, go sit down, write notes. And they were like, I'm security. I said, sit down, write notes. Because I'm seeing useless. Who wants to kill Osumba Nixon? Did I take anybody's wife? No. I am preaching. Write notes. You will need these things in future. Because you don't reflect anything godly in you. Running, you have not even attended prayer meeting. Your work is there. You stand outside. Oh no. It's okay. I come in peace. Even God. I got this scripture from a friend of mine called Reverend Dr.Joeomondi from Eldoret. Put it so close to me, Job 36 verse number 5, and I appreciate. I enjoy sitting under him. Says, God is mighty, and yet he does not despise anyone. 36 verse number 5. Behold, God is mighty, and despiseth not any. He is mighty in strength and wisdom. His might is strength capsuled together with wisdom. He does not despise any man. So once you get to a place of leadership, learn to appreciate everybody. Everybody that you're following can become great. And the greatest joy of a leader is to have one that came from nothing to become something. Even the weakling can become strong. Spend time with the people. Some people just need to hear your voice as a leader. You as a leader and I, we must know that a leader is not just seated down to wait for pastor to say, now I want you to do this, I want you to do this. No. A leader must be innovative. Think beyond. Go beyond. The 3:20, the book I followed what you're preaching day one, and Ephesians 3:20. He says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can think or ask, according to the power that worketh within us. So I get it, to the power that worketh within us. That power must think beyond and ask beyond What are we doing? If we are building, can we think of a lift? Can we make provision for a lift? I found somebody castigating a man who has built a house. He's put up a maisonette. Then he's saying, why are you putting up a maisonette? How will you, and your bedroom is up. How will you go up when you are old? I say, look at this one that is not innovative. People are thinking lift. Others, you should think of stairs that you step on it on the ground and it goes. Let the man build it. Hey, go up. By the time you finish, somebody will have thought of going up. We don't live in the days of Zijanthropus. We are innovative. We are thinking. So I step there and I move. I just step on it. It is switched. It takes me upstairs. I eat downstairs. I sleep upstairs. Thank you. If I find you changing your room to bungalow, please leave that for old people. You, as young as you are in your 60, 50, 65, you must sleep upstairs. Thank you. And come see people downstairs. Because there are people here who are in college who should be thinking, a leader must be innovative. If you are in charge of Sunday school, don't just sit where you found them seated on a bench. Come and clap your hands. Be innovative. How can we make their class so sweet that they don't want to miss this church? As a Sunday school teacher, it is not just having the skills of work and scheme of. No, it is something else, because Sunday school has changed. It is being turned into a school. People are writing curriculum for it. We just don't come and you think something. Hey, people are just singing. Hey, 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 hey. No, it is a school. They should be going from one level to another level. So as a Sunday school, you must think, I just don't stay as a Sunday school teacher. This is my place of elevation. That more should come in. So I am at this point. Tomorrow I am a deputy. Tomorrow I'm in charge of this. In Sunday school, you think. Rev Joe does not think of that now. Him is thinking something else. Put departments, put classes, put levels, put graduation. Thank you. The Lord is helping us. Because we think Sunday school teaching is not a department. It is. Adova Mzee, who was part of a KEG church, he retired at 70, having dealt with one department from when he was 20, Sunday school. Until they had their own account. Sunday school teachers were being remunerated from the Sunday school account because they were paying tithe and offerings. So when he retired, there was a retirement package from the Sunday school department. Mimi na wewe Sunday school. Hakuna mwalimu. Nyama nyama nyama. Ya Mungu. Nyano. A leader must be innovative. Think beyond. Think beyond. Think beyond. I love what the worship team does. Wanakaa hivi wanasema heritage, worship night, nunua uniform. Yani kitu ina change. Hii yako tu imekaa tu department. Hapana bana. Changamka. You are a leader, think beyond. The leader is an original, so just be an original. What you think is small is an original. Just be organic, something that can come out. A leader develops, he develops people, develops things. You develop it. What are you developing? You're a leader, you're put there, develop. Come up with something. If you return the office the way you got it, you have missed out. It must not be returned the same way. Whatever you have given and you have maintained is a failure. Whatever has been handed over to you and you maintain it is a failure. A certain man, the kingdom of God is like a man who was going for a journey, and he called his servants and he gave them gifts. To one, he gave 5. To another, he gave 2. To one, he gave one. The Bible teaches that each one according to his different abilities. So today, don't blame him. He was not biased. It was ability. The one who had 5 traded, made 5 more when he returned to reckon. The one who had 2 traded, had 2 more. The one who had 1 say, I knew you are a hard master. You want to reap where you have not sown. He says, what you gave unto me I have not wasted. I went and buried it for security reasons. It is just the same way. What was he called? You wicked. If you maintain it, no. So you must lead, be innovative, open up, build on it as a leader, make it better. If you're given 5 people, make them 10 people. Sorry to say, but the growth of a church is not dependent on the pastor. It is dependent on the leaders. They are the sheep. Shepherds don't give birth to sheep. They lead the sheep as a flock. It is sheep that give birth to sheep. Ikanisa yetu hata watu waongezeki sijui pastor ni wewe. Kondoo ni wewe. Oh, did I use a bad word? Okay. Kama pastor ni mchungaji, wewe ni kondoo. Kondoo ndiye uzaa kondoo, ndiye uzaa mwana kondoo. So it is us. Once there is no progress, it is us who are not progressing. I spoke to a pastor, a bishop in Nairobi, where I had a men's meeting on a Friday. Those 2 days, Friday and Saturday. So I walk in Friday at 4 o'clock. I'm seated in and I'm having a men meeting at 4. So how many men have attended? Only 200. Only 200 men Friday. And I'm wondering, wow. 200 men meeting Friday. Are they busy? Yes. But it is their meeting. So they have come. The bishop has come. He's seated among them. I see a man. Let me forget about the men. But there's a man among them whom I had seen in a church nearby where I had gone to preach. So I'm wondering, oh, were you also, was the invitation extended to you? He says, no. I'm here nowadays. So I'm wondering, wow, you're here? He says, yeah. He says a long story. I say, no, I have all the time. What long story? I have all the time. I'm here. He says, it is our child. Our children. He says, one day they come home and they say their classmates have given them an invite to visit their Sunday school. In school. Because they were bragging. They were saying Sunday school yenyu in a bo, si kama yetu. And they invited fellow students. Of course, the father said no. The second time, the parents said no. The third time, they vexed the parents. So one time they said, go. Yeah, go and see that Sunday school and come back. And they were so excited. Because every week they were being prodded and pestered to go and visit the Sunday school. So when they went, of course they were being told that, some of the things they were being told. He says, in your Sunday school, do you carry a Bible? Say, no. Do you write notes? We say, no, we just sing. He says, as we write notes. Yes, and the teacher checks what we have written. And he says, do you take juice in your Sunday school? He says, no. He says, in our school we take. Yeah, and we take cookies. We enjoy ourselves. And we sing, and we are in classes. We just don't sit with everybody. Say, So they went and checked. So in the evening when the parents came home, they wanted to hear stories. So he says, okay. So how was it? And the firstborn boy said, Dad, our Sunday school is not like yours. Already they were. Our Sunday school is not like, yours is boring. And I say, what do you mean by yours? He says, no, we have moved. And the daughter also said the same. So the next Sunday, by force, you have to go back. And the children were bored. They were crying the whole month. Of course, the power of the parents and all this. So one day they said, why don't we go and just check? Why is it that they went once and they said they have moved? And they were complaining. They say, our classmates, now we will have notes to write when we go back. Say, what do you mean? So the parents went and they decided not to attend the main service but to attend the Sunday school. They sat. Some total conclusion, they said, we have lost our children. Even if I was a child, this is the Sunday school. And that's how they had to move. So who converted who? So when I went to sit with the bishop, the man of God, I told him the story and he said, man of God, I thank God for the Sunday school department. He said, this church has grown because of the Sunday school. Parents have been converted by the Sunday school. So there's no department that is weak. It is only leaders who are weak. We can rise, we can make it, become innovative. A leader must clarify to win. You clarify to win. You don't speak negative. Your aim must be to win. Whatever department you're in, we must win. That is the target. We are not losers. The moment you are brought in, you are anointed, hands are laid on you, you are commissioned. You are a winner going out. Whatever has been put on your shoulder must succeed. That's why you are a leader. It must succeed. So clarify, from day one, we are winning. This department is making it. Because of the Sunday school of that church, today they have an international school where they pay 250,000 shillings per term in Eastlands. Eastlands. 250,000 per term. Day church school that came from the Sunday school. Because when they set up the idea of the school, everybody thought like this. And every Sunday school church student realized there is a school in our church. Dad, we are joining our Sunday school as a school. You must be clear about your intention. Clarify to win. Now this Luke 16:10, whosoever can be trusted with very little can be trusted with much. Whosoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. Clarify to win. You start with a little. King David giving a testimony. No, before he gave the testimony, the brother saw him and said, what are you doing here? I know your work. You have just come to see the battle. Whom have you left the few sheep with? Few sheep. And then he's giving a testimony of the few sheep. He's saying, your servant was looking after the sheep. A lion came and took one. I followed it. When it turned against me, I killed it. Few sheep, but still diligent. You must not become the leader of ladies' ministry because the number of ladies are 75% to become a success. Even if the men are 7 and you are the leader of men's ministry, clarify to win. Whatever department you are in. Intercessors, I know they are normally the least in any department. Clarify to win. In clarifying to win, you must stay involved. You can't be a leader and you are sleeping on Sunday. You are onliner. Online was not meant for able, strong men and women like you who have all the time. It was meant for emergency workers. Those who are busy attending to the sick somewhere, or driving, taking people to a place, or in hospitality department, in a school somewhere, or in they are serving in the hotel. They are the ones who are allowed to go online. Lakini wewe na unaishi hapa Pioneer, but unatuangalia unasema niko online, I am following. No. No, watching live. Watching live. No. It was meant for those who have the desire, but they can't reach. Stay involved. Say, Miniko online. No. Stay involved. Find out what you must do. John 6:28. I think I learned this scripture from the late Dr. Morris Cerullo. He will preach and say, what must we do that we may work the works of God? Aye. God bless you soul. John 6:28. What must we do? What must we do? A leader must ask, what must we do? What must we do? 6:28. What must we do, John, that we may work the works of God? They said unto him, what shall we do that we might work the works of God? In any department, what must I do that I may work the works of God? That means I'm clarifying to win. In clarifying to win, be less negative. Be less negative. You are a Christian. Your words are power. He has given you the power of words. Be less negative. If you don't believe it, shut your mouth. But be less negative. It will still work. One day it will come to pass. Because whatever you say matters a lot. I know of people, when they are with the leader, they say, wow, hallelujah, we are together. When they go out, they are questioning. Wewe unaona ikifanya? Hii kitu unaona? Wewe pastor anatucheze. Be less negative. If you don't understand, speak in tongues. Rekesete, malalabazete. He said, what do you think about this? Ratakalala, layandul. Rete sete. You leave it at that. But trying to say, hi, pastor, ikitu hi, ikitu yako. Be less negative. Numbers 14:28, it says, and the Lord said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, whatsoever you have said in my hearing, that shall I do unto you. What did they say? They say, we shall surely die in the wilderness. So Moses was telling, God was telling Moses, tell the children of Israel that I had no idea of killing them. But they gave me an idea that they want to die in the wilderness. Say, as they have spoken in my hearing, so will I do unto them. Thank you. Be less negative. 14:28 of Numbers 14:28. Say unto them whatever they have said in my hearing. So learn to speak positive as a leader in your department. We are making it. Things are working. It will come to pass. We are building. As truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. What did they say? We will die in the wilderness. Clarify to win. Anybody who left Egypt the night of the Passover was a potential leader. 600,000 people. All you walk under this, in this sanctuary, under the grace of God or the vine and any other church that we represent here, then you are a potential leader. But you must clarify to win from your talk. I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to church. God, I thank you because you have a word for me this day. I know God is speaking. I thank you for the praise and the worship team. Just have a song that will lift me to the next level. Today I'm receiving a prophetic word by the hand of the Lord. I thank you for meeting my destiny helper. Somebody is going to give me a smile that will disarm me. Something is happening. Today is a good day. You are clarifying to win. But you are holding your children. 22. Hata kama wana bo. 22. Ni nani anaimba leo? 22. No, you have missed it. You have missed it. But when you are so expectant, something, if somebody has promised to send you money, do you know what you do to your phone? Do you allow it to go negative on battery? No. It is 98%, but you must make sure it is 100%. Because you are waiting. Anything, anybody calls you by mistake, says, Sema, okay, tutaongea. It's not tutaongea. You are waiting for something. That is expectation. And that's the expectation that a leader must have. I'm believing God for something in my department. I'm believing God. I am here as a leader. I am assisting my leader, but I am a leader. So I am here. We are waiting. How can we help? How can things work? You know, something good is happening. We are here at this point. I saw the other day members of your church. Pray that this building comes up faster. But pray that this one comes up faster with the same level because members are coming. So we don't want to go evangelism from afar. They just know the church. Yes, so that when they are giving direction, they say, ukikuja kwa hiyo kanisa ya gorofa, sio ile iko chini, ile iko juu. Hapo ndio tuko. You clarify. Where do you fellowship? Kwa ile kanisa ya gorofa gani? Vine. Kwani mmefika hapo? Tunaendelea kujenga. Tunaendelea kujenga. Hiyo gorofa, hiyo hapo. Bas. You clarify, you do it. Wakienda huko kujaga saa ingine tembelea mjengo ikiendelea. Uliza na ofisi ya walimu wa Sunday school iko wapi so that they know lazima watenge. Bwana asifiwe sana. Okay. You clarify, you build, they know. So in clarifying to win, you already speak positive in every department. Things may be hard, but it's not only for you, it's for everybody. But we still speak it because that's where we are going by His grace. It is leadership. Everybody had a potential of becoming a leader, the 600,000 people that left Egypt. But what messed them along the way, they began to murmur. Along the way, they were all potential leaders. So when time to go and check the land has come, Moses is looking for the best from every tribe. Not the best from every tribe, not the best that left Egypt by that time, who maintained to be the best. You have an opportunity. You can become. As a leader, you can still become. So they want, who is the best at this point? So he's taking 12 men. Why do you have to be less negative? 12 men have gone to spy the land, the best from every tribe. They have gone and they have come back victorious. Some have given a factual report. Truth as is on the ground. No, fact as is on the ground. 2 have decided to be less negative. What are the names of the 2? Joshua and Caleb. Theologians, you are here. Please help me. What are the names of the other 10? Theologians. There were 12. We only know because if you are a carrier of bad news, nobody will remember you. Easily forgotten. Their names are written, their names are even in the Bible. No Bible school is wasting time to teach about negative people. And they were the leaders of tribes. Leaders of tribes. But they were forgotten. Be negative. Thank you. Job chapter number 1. And one of the servants came and said, there was a wind that came and destroyed, and I'm the only one who survived. And another one came and said, fire came and it destroyed, I'm the only one who is surviving. It says, oh, the Chaldeans came and I'm the only one who survived. What are the names of those survivors? And they survived. Thank you. And the book of Job had room up to chapter 42. The wife of Job is telling Job, curse God and die. What is her name? Thank you. Keep on carrying bad news. Even the wife, the friends of Job, their names are given. But a carrier of bad news. As a leader, don't just be walking in to carry bad news. I don't know. I know carriers of bad news are also anointed for that. I came from a village where there were men who were anointed to carry bad news. When people are bereaved in the village, they sent those carriers of bad news, messengers of bad news. They're the ones who were sent. And they had the ability to cycle the bicycle. So they would carry bad news faster. But they also had skill. They were paid because of carrying bad news. So when you arrive, you just don't give bad news. They had skill. You ask them, how is everything? Okay. How is my family? Okay. How is my father? Okay. Uncle, sisters, they are well. Then, of course, you kill a two-legged animal for them. Yes. After they have eaten and they are full, now they have taken their pay. Now they tell you, oh, you are father. They say, hey! Because they know if they tell you that, you will not cook for them. So those men were not, they never visited with good news. Time you see them on a bicycle, they are carrying bad. Don't be a leader who only carries bad news to the people. Or when you call the pastor, he knows trouble is here. No. Be less negative. And it's something that you train yourself. You see good in people, see good in the vision. See good in the team that you are leading. Sometimes just learn to tell them, congratulations, you've done well. You are doing well today. It becomes a blessing. Learn to tell somebody you're smart. They'll be smarter tomorrow. Learn to tell the pastor, you blessed me. The worship team did well, just tell them, wow, congratulations. That is a good work. You did well. That was good service. You did well, and it's something that we practice. Trust leadership. If you clarify to win, then you must trust leadership. Romans 13 from verse number 1. Romans 13 from verse number 1. Thank you. Romans 13 from verse number 1. And Kenyan Christians must hear this. Romans chapter 13. Thank you. That's 1:1. 13. You're doing a good work. He says, brethren, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Thank you. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Every leadership is of God. So it's not by mistake. Si mi hata sikuwa nataka kwa hiyo department. Sini pastor tu aliniita. No, it is ordained of God. So trust leadership that it is of God. Don't judge your leadership with another leadership. This is the best that you can have. Where I come from, they say, sisi ndio tuko. Thank you. Enda ingine uone venye ni process. Unajua kuna kanisa uwezi itwa member mpaka usign kitabu. Na umekaa 6 months. Wayati hii kanisa hata wakunijali. Shukuru Mungu. Kanisa ukikufa by mistake, unazikwa by mistake. Kuna zingine hata ukikufa uzikwe. Enda tu. Thank you. Kwanza deni ya tithe muhimu, unasomewa hiyo siku kabla uzikwe. Kama hakuna wanaenda. Hapa tunawabembeleza. This is what happens. One pastor benefited because of burying a stranger. Ile kanisa alikuwa nao ndio walianzisha hiyo branch hiyo kanisa, massive church, name withheld for security reasons. Mama yuko mpaka worship team. Mesukuma yuko kila mtu anamjua. Haya, katokea siku mzee akalala. Kafika akaambiwa pole. Akasema sasa mtafanyaje? Wakasema ngoja nipigie secretary. Wakasema hebu leta records kuangalia hakuwahi sign kukuwa member. Though amekaa hapo almost 7 years. Akamwambia pole mama. Ila haukuwahi wewe si member. I said, yeah, I know and you bless me. Lakini sasa my hands are tied. We can't come. I can only come as a friend. Lakini hata kupata hiyo permission inakuwa ngumu. Akamwambia secretary hakuna. Ama ulisign? Sikusign. Oh, pole. Mama karudi kijijini na shangaa. Tafanyaje? Akaambiwa kuna kanisa wanapigaga kelele kama nyinyi. Bali. Kaenda kwa kanisa na wana vyombo iko nini? Ati hata tunaweza funga vyombo hata kuanzia leo. Sio hiyo siku. Na tufanye ushirika hapo. Mama usitie shaka, wewe rudi tu. Meeting zikaanza kila jioni, pastor anahubiri, anamwambia huko kumewaka moto. Matanga imefika, wageni wamekuja kutoka Nairobi. Pastor alisukuma gurudumu na suti mpya hapo tu ya matanga. Sukuma gurudumu la injili. Watu wameokoka, kwaya imeimba. Mama akamwambia nimeshukuru sana. Akamwambia pastor niombee, kuna kitu ya mzee iko pahali, niombee itoke. Kaomba. Siku moja akapigiwa simu akamwambia nipatie account ya kanisa. Kapeana. The next day akapigiwa na manager wa bank, come to the office. Kaenda akaambiwa pesa imetoka wapi? Sijui bwana. Ulikuwa unatarajia pesa? Hakuna pesa natarajia. Kaangalia, kaona ni milioni kadhaa. Si moja na si mbili na si 10, ni zaidi. Imeingia tu. Mama akasema ile pesa ya mzee ilitokea na sisi hatuna shida na pesa. Sasa si nimeona sinipate, mlisimama na sisi, fanyeni kazi ya Mungu. Fanyeni kazi ya Mungu. Manager ashajua kuna kanisa. Aliitwa headquarter, county headquarter kwa bank. Akakuja. Mzee kumbe jamaa amesafa kama evangelist, akakufa, aliachia vijana wake shamba tu, amejenga kanisa kadogo kwa kona na hizo vyombo walipeleka huko. Jamaa aliinua jengo. I may be biased, but I think that money was meant for that church. Ila Mungu anafanyaga hivi na vile. ili hawa na wale. You never know. You never know. You never know. Just do trust leadership. It will work for you. As a leader, when you clarify to win, give generously. Give generously. Everybody is giving, yes, but give generously. You are a leader. And I say this with all due respect, that as leaders, our judgment is higher from our members or from our followers, if I may use that word. It's higher than the rest of the people. Give generously. I said this in a fora, closed-door meeting when I was talking to pastors. I enjoy talking to ministers of the Word of God because I'm a product of the same. I tell them, when you're giving, kindly don't give in coins. Kindly. Hata ukibeba 10,000 ya coins, ipige para. Kwanza hii yenyu si unajua tu ukiweka ndio hiyo. Kiki. People will not say you gave 10,000. Anasema ule pastor analetaga coins. Ama yule kiongozi analetaga coins. But give generously. People watch what you give. And don't be a leader who does not give. Hata kama unatuma kwa M-Pesa, no, we have gone digital. But if they are calling tithers forward, kuja tu mbele. It plays a big role. It's a major role. People are watching you. God looks at the heart. But we are not God. We have left the heart for God. Yes. We are not interfering with the heart. Lakini sisi. So kama kiongozi. I tell people, if you're a pastor's spouse, I normally know there are those wale ametoka kazini, ametuma na tithe, kawale pastors awanaga nini, akunaga channel where mama ametoa tithe amempatia. Don't give your tithe in your bedroom. Alimwambia kubariki asante sana Mungu. People will not know. Lete kanisani. There's just a honor in bringing it. You are a leader. Give generously. Anything happens, usishindane na watu, we ni kiongozi. Fika hapo. Na leader ukipledge, lipa. Watu wanakuwa, alafu hizi vitu zinawekwa kwa WhatsApp, watu wanakuaga na records. Mtu tu ataweka record kwa simu, amepatia mtu mwingine simu. Siku moja unataka huyo msichana, anasema unaitwa nani? Nimekuwa kwa hii kanisa nini. Akiangalia ile simu alipewa, kumbe message libaki kwa simu, anaona si ni ile jina niliona. Wewe tu ndio huko na tick kwa ile pledge. Anaona hata hii maisha yangu hakuna kutiki. Lamu unasema wapendwa niombeeni kuna pepo mingi. Hakuna pepo. If you pledge, redeem. You are a leader. You are a leader. Give generously. 1 Chronicles 22 verse number 7. It says, and David spake unto his son, that's 1 Chronicles 22 verse number 7, and he said unto Solomon his son, as for me it was in my heart to build a house for the name of the Lord. It was in my heart to build a house unto the name of the Lord my God. Then he's telling him, this happened. The Lord will not permit me to do this. And this is why I want to talk to leaders, because I've seen something akin to witchcraft. Somebody is serving under another person and their giving is below expectation. Tukienda CBT, sindio ni CBC eh? CBE. It is not approaching expectation. It is below expectation giving. But the moment you commission them, you send them to do a branch. Una realize ndugu amenunua vyombo pap. Ndugu amenunua uwanja. Ndugu ameanza kujenga. Unasema, what is happening here? That is akin to witchcraft. Serve here. Give generously. When David was not allowed by God to build, he commissioned his son to go and build the house. And he gave that which he had. Because he says, I think in verse number 14, in my trouble, and every leader must know this, when you are facing a challenge, you don't leave or abandon your duty. Verse number 14, it says, and as for me, during my trouble I prepared this. He said, now behold, in my trouble I have prepared for the house of the Lord 100,000 talents of gold, 1,000 talents of silver, and a brass and iron without weight. For it is in abundance. Timber also and stone have I prepared, that thou mayest add thereunto. This is mine, add. As a leader, give generously. Giving generously does not mean you give 1,000. It just means stretch yourself. We may not all have shares in this government, but give according to your level. Give your all. Stretch yourself. Look for opportunities. The other day I was surprising my people. I heard of a testimony of a pastor somewhere in Homa Bay County. I've not met her. And she's widowed. She has a church in the village. So somebody passed by and told me that they're doing church. And they had 4 poles. And they put black polythene on top to cover themselves from the rain. And I think that was in September. And I just imagined rain was coming. She's widowed. She has a heart to pastor. So I just thought, why don't I do something about them? I've not met her. She's not part of my ministry. And I wouldn't even want her to be part of my ministry. She's in a different ministry. I've not even checked. But she's pastoring. And they're doing well. So I asked, I said, there are around 5 members now because some left. I said, what can I do? So I decided to roof the place for them. She has tried to reach me. I'm unreachable. Purposely so that she does not take me for God. But I've roofed it. But in my mind, my idea, this was just to cover up initial. So I did some mabati for them. And I thought, that's a good woman of God that needs support. So next year, I'm thinking of just doing a small house for God, just to encourage the woman of God. Because I hear the day when the roofing was being done, villagers came and said, your God is true. Someone said, now we will come to church. They say, you, as a widow, you have a sponsor. You have. So she has tried to reach me, but I try to play it that way. So next year, I'm believing God should give me a little bit resources so that I can become a blessing for her. In the long run, her bishop can go and dedicate God's work. Will I be there? No, I'll be busy preaching somewhere. I want to do a small house like a born-again Luo that has touched money. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you. So I should come here for... I like what I am seeing. If this is, for example, I like what I am seeing. There's a difference between a Luo that is born again and us. Thank you. We bless the name of the Lord. Give generously as a leader. Just give, because it will definitely come back to you. I am aware that we are constrained with time. I know you're supposed to do lunch and then we have another session, but I've enjoyed just speaking to leaders. Whatever you have learned of me, commit it to faithful men who will in turn commit it to others. Just a word from the book, Sons of the Ministry. I learned that he who shortens, he who destroys, thank you, he who destroys the foundation of his father shortens the height of his building. He who destroys the foundations of the father shortens the height of his building. Success is a father being able to put a burden on the shoulder of the son, and the son carries it. That is success. Give generously. Give your ideas. Have you heard of times when people say, mi kuna vitu najua lakini siwezi sema. Nina idea lakini siwezi. Acha tu. Kuna naweza toa idea nzuri lakini no. Give even your ideas. Generously. Praise the name of the Lord. Give your time like you've done. Generously. I know everybody is busy, but give time generously. Just listen. Sometimes we have a lot that we cannot say on the pulpit. And some of us will not say it on TikTok. If you give us time, we will give you generously. That will help you. We have failed before. So we will speak from the point of failure to make you succeed. You're good people. Thank you for your time. God bless you.
I thought we could do better than that.